Hi guys, it's Esme here and I will be your actress Brit in New York. Today my video is going to be about the audition process and the audition that I had for the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. Just something I want to show you guys because I'm quite excited. I just had through from Eris Handcrafted Gifts on Etsy my beeswax wrap. So I've got a little sandwich wrap, food wraps, things that can go over Tupperware, you know, just good for the environment, no less single-use plastic, less cling film. I've also just had my hair dyed and blow dyed, so I'm quite excited, having a good day, so I thought I'll make my next video. So the way their audition process works is that they come down to, well, they come over to London from New York or LA, and they have their company, some of their tutors who do the auditions, and they'll come for a couple of days. So I know they did their first set of auditions last year on something like the 12th and 13th of October, so that's 2017. So I actually applied in August 2017. I decided to pick the audition date of the 12th of February 2018, and they were here till the 13th as well, doing auditions. I did that because I hadn't learnt my Shakespeare yet when I had applied. I didn't feel entirely prepared, and I just thought, oh my goodness, October's too soon, you know. And I think that's good advice in one way. If you're not ready and not prepared, don't rush yourself. Don't rush yourself at all. Make sure you have the time to get ready for your auditions, because you need that in yourself, and you don't want to overstress yourself, but also be prepared. You need to be ready. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know it. You need to love it. You need to learn it, and you need to read it a million times. But I'll go over some audition tips in another video. So the way the application process worked is I filled out a form online, which was, they asked a few mini essay questions, and I had to tell them about me, my ambitions, where I see myself, and then just general information about me, what exams I've done, things like that, experience, why I want to act, type thing. Then what you've got to do is you've got to send over to the International Admissions Officer your high school or your secondary school grade transcripts, which need to be official copies from the school. So what I did is my school actually sent them directly, my old school sent my transcripts directly to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, which was a lot easier because it had, you know, the mark from my school on it, so it was an official document, and it was just a list of all of my examination results from, you know, had all of my GCSEs, all of my AS exams, and all of my A-levels. So that was all great. Once I'd done that, I had to upload a photo. It could be a headshot or a passport photo. I chose to do a headshot because I had one and I didn't have a passport photo. But that's down to you. And then you book your audition date. So I did that. The school are really good with getting in contact with you all the way through. So they emailed me a month before, and then a week before, and then a couple of days before, giving me reminders. They email you offering you to go to their information events. They have some in London. Their open houses for their campuses, which is New York and LA. So that was all really good. So it got to the audition day, and I'd spoken to my mum about it the night before, because I was actually wondering whether I should go along to the audition or not, because the school is exceptionally pricey. So even if I did get in, I probably wouldn't be able to go because I wouldn't be able to afford it, and I probably wouldn't even get in anyway because it's such a big school and it had been so long since I applied. And I spoke about it with my mum, and she was like, obviously go, you should go because it's a good experience anyway, auditions are good experiences. So have fun, do your best, be you. So I did. So I got up, had a good day. It was very cold. I put all my nice woolies on, went into London. So I just looked up where I had my audition, just so you guys know. And it was at the Prince of Wales Theatre in London, which was good because I do know the area well, because my favourite show, The Scottsboro Boys, was on in a theatre right by there a few years ago, and I went a lot of times. So I did know the area, and that was quite nice to walk through, and I was like, oh, I know where I am, this is nice, this brings back memories. So it was a nice day. I got there, and I was a bit like, is this the right place? Because people were actually going into the box office to collect tickets for a show that was on there that night, and I was a bit like, oh my goodness. So I just went in, and I said, you know, I've got an audition for the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. I said, go up the stairs. So I went up some of the stairs, and there were some men reading through a script, and they were like, you want to go up to the next floor? So I went up again, and then I found where I was meant to be waiting. There was a table to my right with an ex-student from the American Academy. He was from the New York campus, which is where I applied to. And he had a table with loads of leaflets on and cards and information. And I sat down, and there were 2 other girls there also waiting to go in for their audition. And that was nice because I spoke to the other girls, which I think is always best to do. I think if you're waiting for an audition and there are people there, talk to them, because it eases you up and relaxes you, but you don't also want it the first time you speak. You know, if you've got the train to an audition, so that might be a 40-minute train, you've got to wait another 20 minutes, you're walking around, so it might be an hour and a half or 2 hours since you last even spoke, and I think you don't want to go in to an audition and that be the first time you talk. So it's nice to talk, get to know everyone. So we were all chatting, we got to ask the ex-student a lot of questions about financial aid, housing, what it's like, what they teach you, what the teachers are like. I spoke to the other girls about where else they'd applied, where they were from. There was one girl that had come from Jordan for her audition, which is amazing. So another girl went in before me into audition, and a guy came out, and he said that he'd done really well, he'd been able to cry on cue and stuff, and I was like, woo, well done. She went in, she come down and said, yeah, it's good, it's really nice. So I went up, and it was my turn. The man in auditioning me was called Dino. I can't remember his second name, but he was Dino, and shook his hand, said hi, and it started. So we started with a short interview. He asked me about any theatre I've seen recently. So I was doing an internship at the Bunker Theatre in Southwark in London. So I was seeing a lot of theatre at that time. Every week there'd be a new show in, or every few weeks. And I'd get to see it a few times. I'd get to meet the directors, the actors, know them all, know a lot about the play, know about the whole process of the play being produced. So that was good. We got to have a really good conversation about that. He also asked if I was in rehearsal for anything at the moment. I wasn't. But my job is being a children's entertainer. So I was in a performance style job, so I got to speak to him about that. He asked how long I'd been doing theatre, and I told him about the drama group that I had been involved in all my life, which was really nice. It's nice to do that before you do your monologues, because it just relaxes you, I think, and then you're not necessarily performing to someone that's scary or a panel. You're just performing to a person who you've chatted with, who knows a bit about you, who's friendly. There's a bit of a relationship there. So that was really, really nice. He then asked me to do my audition pieces. Personally chose to start with my Shakespeare piece because it was less emotionally gruelling. So I did that, and he really liked it. He then asked me to go into my second monologue, which I did, which was the character Susie from the play No One Will Tell Me How to Start a Revolution by Luke Barnes. It's a very new play. It was published in 2017, and it's amazing. It's an amazing play, and I recommend everyone to read it, especially girls who's looking for a good monologue. It's made up of lots of amazing monologues and amazing female characters, and it's modern, very modern, which was good. I was pleased with it personally. Because he had never heard of it, and because it was very new and very modern and different, he asked questions about it, which was good. So we got to have a conversation about my monologue as well. I spoke about how the different parts I love about the play, which showed that I'd read it, because you should read it a few times, and how it's actually, he's Welsh, the playwright, and it is written kind of with Welsh dialect. But for me, very lucky, at the beginning of the play he writes that any dialect can do it, to make it their own, to make it right for them and their accent, and take it on board for each personal performer, which is really good for me. We then went on to do some sight reading. He found a passage in a play. I'm really sorry, I cannot remember what the play is. He said, have a read over that, and then please get up and perform it for me. I was reading through it, and then suddenly it occurred to me, I was like, oh my goodness, this is an American play, this is an American girl. And I could tell, because as I was reading, I was picking up on the small hints that the play was giving. I read it, and then I asked whether he would like me to do it in an American accent or my own accent. He said I could do it on my own, if that's easiest, or I could do an American accent. And what one would I do? And I said I'd probably just do a common American accent, you know, like the normal one, because that's the only one I know really. And he was kind of like, excuse me, what do you mean? Because obviously he's American, so he knows what all the different accents are. I said, oh well, you know, the one that you kind of see on TV all the time, I can do an alright American accent. And he said, go for whatever you feel you want to do. So I just thought, hey, having a good day, let's just go for it. So I got up, I did the sight reading, I did it, I really went for it. I did it in this probably absolutely appalling American accent. And then we sat down, I got to ask some questions about the school, so I asked about how many contact hours there are a week and things like that. And then that was it, that was the end of my audition. And I went away feeling like, yeah, that was worth my time. I got to perform, I got to meet some nice new people. A few days later, I got an email, not long after, I got an email from the school saying, you know, congratulations, you've been accepted, which was just crazy. So that was really, really amazing. A few days after that, I got another email saying I've been given $7,000 for scholarship on my audition, so on merit, which was really, really good. And that's when I started searching for different scholarships. You know, spoiler alert, I decided not to go with that school because I am going to the New York Film Academy. My next video will be about the New York Film Academy audition and that process, and then I will do another one about different places to look for scholarship and different avenues you can get or look into to get money. Obviously everyone has different circumstances, so everyone will have their own different resources. Follow my Instagram and my Twitter, please, at EsmeWG. I'll be posting things on my Instagram story, and tweeting current updates about different things I'm doing towards America, so things about my health, because I'm really trying to go out fighting fit and looking great for when I go out. Different healthy foods I'm having, different workout plans. I'll be uploading about when I put my deposit down, which will be sometime over the next week, and things like that. So it'll just be good live updates. I hope this this video has been informative for you. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Again, I'm Esme, and I will be your Brit actress in New York. Thank you.